Hey, good morning. How are we all doing today? Hope we've had a very good week. Hope we've been able to identify who our competitors are out there, if we have any, and we're starting to devise strategies on how to acknowledge, identify, and outperform our competition. At the end of the day, that's what's all about. Today we're going to be talking about market share. Once we've understood who our competition is, what our competition can do to hurt our sales, next thing we need to start looking at is how do we get a fair share of the market. Now, first question we're going to ask ourselves is, what is market share? Market share is the total sales your company makes over the total sales your industry produces. That's how you determine the percentile of the market share you currently control. So let's give an example. Let's assume you sell pizza, for instance, and on a daily basis, the industry or the target audience you focus on consumes 1,000 pizza, and you are only able to supply 250 pizza every day to that target audience. So your market share of that audience is 25%. So that's exactly, so the industry sales, total sales of the industry is 1,000, your company sales is 250. So in percentile, you actually control just 25% of market share. All right. So it's important to understand what's your company's market share, because market share has its own benefit. The greater market share you can have, the better economic of scale your company can achieve. The better increase in sales that can bring. As your market share is growing, so also is your sales is growing. So also is your customer base is growing. So also is your reputation is growing. So also is your dominance in the industry is growing. You understand? And also your brand power is increasing. So it's very, very important we pay close attention to our market share. It's important to understand the impact in market share and in the sustainability of your business. So how do you get a good market share in your industry? One of the things you have to focus on is make sure you create your own niche. It's very important, because it's your niche that will give you a dominant market share in that particular target audience. Make sure you develop your products and services to serve a solution to a pain or to a pain that your target audience is experiencing. Make sure you identify all the external forces operating within your market space. Make sure you understand all the trend that's happening within your market space, because all this will constantly make you to do things that will keep your business and your company market share consistent. Another important is ensure you are in constant communication with the market. Yes, it's very important, because from there you're able to find out what their pain points are, you're able to find out what the trend is, you're able to gather data, and better implementation and review of data will create so many things that will be beneficial to your company, to keep improving customer base, to keep improving your customer satisfaction, and thereby improving and increasing your market share. All right. And I believe once you are able to do on all of these things and a bit more, there's so much you can do to improve market share that I don't want to go through all of it, but I just mentioned a few so you can at least guide everybody into that thought process. All right. Another important one is to constantly be introducing innovation into your product and services. That's also very critical. Innovation is key. That energizes and it brings some energy into your target audience and into your marketplace. Another crucial way to keep improving or increasing your market share could be by lowering prices. When you have a steep competition, price could be a good determinant, but the caution here is make sure the price, even though you are lowering your price, you must not lower your price below your profit margin, below your cost. You must still ensure that you're profitable. It's very important. Excuse me. Okay? So, lowering prices can also help you to increase your customer or your market share. But I cannot but overemphasize customers again. Make sure you develop and have a solid relationship with your clients and customers, because they are going to be the one first to tell you what the market wants, second to tell you what the market needs, third they are going to be the ones to be raving about your products and services. They are going to be unpaid salespeople for you. So these are very crucial. You understand? Make sure you are constantly in touch and you develop that deep relationship with your customers. All right? Another important factor is continuously be improving the quality of your products. Don't be complacent. Don't get comfortable. Always aspire to wow your client. Always aspire to exceed their expectations. To constantly be delivering and improving the quality of your products. And okay, we're running out of time. And lastly, another strategy might be just acquire the competition. If you have a strong or a small competition encroaching into your brand perception or encroaching into your product offering, or creating some form of competition that is, that you think you can actually afford to acquire them so you can continue, so you can have your total market dominance. All right, so these are some tips I've shared with you all, but just to reiterate, market share is very, very important to your business. A lot of us go into business not putting this into cognizance and not paying attention to this. It's very important that you pay attention to the market share, because this helps you to make good decisions, and it helps you to review, actually it helps you to decide which way you want to take your company going forward. As usual, it's Friday. Make sure you do what we normally do every Friday. Review. Stay blessed. I'm The Switch.